I get random texts and she sporadically posts on Instagram. Of course, she has her comments turned off. I want to block her so bad, but my lawyer advised me that it's better to maintain a communication channel that's not through our kids. Her last post was from Hawaii. She put in the comments how great a husband I was for letting her take this trip.
Whoa.
He wanted a break from the marriage, so her husband broke the marriage off. We've got a video for you here today from the Modern King. Don't forget to like and subscribe on your way in, and let's get into it.
My wife abandoned me 2 months ago to find herself.
Ooh.
Oh no. These never end good.
Oh.
2 months ago, I get home and she left a note. My friend calls it Exhibit A. Basically, she was going on our trip without me. She had quit her job, took most of our savings, and wasn't sure when she'd be back. Maybe a year, maybe sooner. She knew I'd understand.
Effectively, this woman quit her job, stole from her family, and went off to go party for a year straight. And the worst part is that she expected her entire family to be cool with this irresponsible behavior. The second she walks out that door, the marriage is over.
Her location is turned off. My calls go directly to voicemail. I texted the kids a picture of the note.
That's terrible.
We have our checking accounts for direct deposits of our paychecks, but we transfer most of it into a joint account to pay the household bills and savings. We both have access to the main savings account. We have joint credit cards we use for household expenses. The 2 cars and mortgages are joint. We both also have our own small savings account, our own retirement accounts, equity funded, and our own credit cards for gifts and fun things.
Cancel the joint account, cancel the credit cards, change the direct deposit into your own name, and don't let that woman get a single cent. She abandoned her kids and told them via a note. She has forfeited the benefits of the marriage, in my opinion, and she deserves absolutely nothing.
I closed all joint cards and accounts. I waited a month to see if she'd come back, hopefully before she spent our savings. After receiving only one text the first month, I went to a lawyer. She basically said that there was very little to do right now, other than changing the beneficiaries of my retirement account and life insurance. Yay, my wife gets nothing else if I die alone while she's having our adventures. It was only a month and there was no way to serve her papers. My lawyer advised me to keep paying the mortgage and the cars.
The divorce laws are so messed up that a wife and mother can just up and leave whenever she wants, remain legally married, and not have to suffer any form of legal consequences. Meanwhile, the father is left holding the bag for everything moving forward.
The cost of trying to get a judge to approve the sale of joint assets was more than making payments. I didn't want to ruin my credit by letting one of our cars get repossessed, but I couldn't sell it because she's on the title. I get random texts and she sporadically posts on Instagram. Of course, she has her comments turned off. I want to block her so bad, but my lawyer advised me that it's better to maintain a communication channel that's not through our kids. Her last post was from Hawaii. She put in the comments how great a husband I was for letting her take this trip.
Whoa.
He didn't let her do anything. She made the decision to abandon her family to go to exotic locations, and he didn't get a say in it. She just tells herself that she had permission so that way she doesn't have to feel bad about up and leaving everything on a whim here.
I'm barely making it, paying 2 cars, a mortgage, household bills, insurance, hoping there are no emergencies because I have no savings. And she's enjoying our trip. Her. I'm so pissed at her. I helped take care of her mom for 4 years, and her when she fell apart after her mom moved into a memory care home. And she returns the favor by abandoning me?
He didn't care about the consequences of this stunt. She didn't care about the bills, the mortgage, or anything like that. She just magically assumed that it would be alright as she went on a year-long vacation and left her husband to clean up the mess that she left.
I'll never get to this trip, and I'll have to put off retirement. My only solace is my kids are pissed at her too. They'll probably forgive her eventually. Double f*** her. I'm no fool. She's hooking up with guys. She looks good. She'll have 0 problems getting men. I texted her and asked if she was sleeping around. A week later, she responded that wasn't true. Sure. So I'm drinking alone on a Friday night, and she's somewhere, probably on a beach, enjoying her life. Edit, my lawyer has given me a bunch of advice and options. It was just way more than I could possibly include in this post.
This woman is an absolute monster. It takes a very deranged mind to think that it's just acceptable to abandon your family to have fun on a beach, cheat on your husband, and cut off all communication while you go off to party. That husband deserves better.
I could definitely push the issue harder, and I might need to at some point, but all that work is very expensive. Finding her, serving her, getting a judge to sign off, that's not cheap. I'm following up soon. I plan on talking about savings and my finances. Until I paid all the bills and realized how little was left, it didn't hit me that I had to worry about money. And then relevant comments. Somebody says, thanking you for letting her take this trip is basically her saying, when I get through living this single life, I'll be coming back to the comfort and security of a married life. When she returns, I'd say, welcome home. Here are your walking papers. And OP responded, she is 100% under the delusion that she's coming back to a marriage. She had a few conversations with our daughter, and she's convinced I'll understand and forgive her. So she is speaking to the kids.
Get the hell out of
So
here.
disgusting.
You freaking delusional.
That's the messed up part. She thinks that everybody is just waiting for her and will blindly accept her return with open arms. And the second they turn their backs, she'll act like she's the victim because she needed to go find herself, and they refuse to support that behavior.
Another comment. Tell your daughter to pass along the message that you're filing for divorce for abandonment and see if this gets you some traction. I don't generally like the idea of going through kids, but they need to have your back on this. Maybe even tell her they'll cut her off as well if she keeps doing this to you and the family. Maybe even start posting about how she's living the good life and letting your kids and family know what kind of pickle this has put you in. Everyone probably assumes you're on board with this if you're not purposefully driving the true narrative.
That guy needs to start taking steps right now to have the support of family and friends, because the longer he waits, the longer his wife is going to lie and manipulate her way into getting sympathy from everyone around her.
And Opie responded, she only hears what she wants. I asked her to send me an address to serve her papers. She only told me that we'll work it out when she comes home. Like the we will. My daughter tells her all the pain she's causing, but she just says that she only has 5 to 10 years left until she gets dementia. It's impossible to know if she'll even develop dementia, but shouldn't she be spending this time with her family? An update from my original post. I'm feeling much more positive now that the financial situation has become a little bit more manageable. Basically, I'm running up debt that will get paid off when I sell the house. Even with lawyer fees, I have 6 to 8 more months before I have to worry about money, assuming there are no emergencies.
It makes no sense that her solution to ease her fears of getting dementia is to abandon her family and steal from them so that she can spend a year on a beach in Hawaii. I mean, at that point, she's not afraid of anything. She's just lying here.
My friend's wife gave me some good advice. Don't go from being a hero to a villain in your kids' eyes. How I talk about and treat my wife will determine my future relationship with my kids. I don't give a damn about my wife, but I don't want to make her a sympathetic figure or drive them away from both of us. I followed up with a lawyer. Basically, she said we're going to have her pay back the savings she took through a reduction in the shares of assets. Any division of assets will include the savings she took. She'll also have to repay the money I spent maintaining the house while she was gone. There is plenty of equity in her share of the house and her retirement plans to cover that.
He's building up a solid divorce case against her, but the sad part is, even with all of this evidence, he's still going to have to fight tooth and nail to have her pay back everything to him. Divorce laws are written to benefit women for a reason.
She said that our finances are so intertwined after nearly 25 years of marriage, my wife is going to get some share of the assets. Best case is she agrees to the terms of the divorce. It's relatively cheap and quick. Otherwise, it gets complicated and expensive. She gave me a lot of options and how much I can expect to spend, so I've decided to just wait.
There is no way that his wife is going to agree to those terms, even though they are way better than she deserves. She threw out 25 years of marriage, by the way, and thinks that everything will be worked out by the time she gets back. So there's no need for a divorce.
I just got a couple of credit cards with promo rates for purchases and transfers. That gives me breathing room and I can conserve cash. I'll just pay them off when I sell the house. Now that my financial situation is less stressful, I'm actually enjoying her being gone. I'm free to do whatever I want, whenever. I don't have to cook or clean or take care of anyone. The house is quiet for the first time I can remember. I loved my wife, but her mental health weighed down our marriage. On balance, it was worth it until now. The first month or so, I expected her to be there whenever I'd get home. When someone was at the door, or if I heard noises, I'd think it was her. I checked the doorbell cam obsessively. I'm not looking forward to her returning. It has to happen, but when she comes back, I'll have to deal with her. The divorce, getting the house ready to sell, dividing all of our stuff, finding a new place to live. I'm hoping she'll stay away until after New Year's, but my daughter says she thinks her mom will be home for Christmas, either to stay or visit.
This proves that men want peace in their lives, and the second we get a taste of that peace, we're not exactly going to do backflips at the prospect of giving it up, especially when there's a woman who's bringing a hurricane of stress and misery with her just in time for the holidays.
Serving my wife divorce papers or getting divorced in absentia, this is something I might need to do eventually, but the cost in lawyer fees goes up exponentially in cases like this. I'm comfortable just waiting for now. Look at the phone bill to see where she's at and possibly going. I did look at her usage and I did notice that she doesn't post on social media until after she leaves a place.
She is so calculated and it's sick.
Yes.
Like when she posted about Hawaii, she made a call that day that originated in Los Angeles. She posted about a cruise and I figured out the dates, trying to serve her at the port possibly.
A cruise? A cruise?
Can you imagine hopping off the boat and getting served at the pier?
This woman is diabolical. She's calculating every single move so that she can stay one step ahead of everyone so that she doesn't have to sacrifice her fun and take accountability for her irresponsible behavior. Not to mention the literal theft from her family, by the way. That is messed up.
Okay, so my wife texted me in the middle of December that she'd be home for Christmas. I told her that our daughter and I, would be at my brother's. She obviously wasn't welcome. I'd leave her car in the driveway, in the fob in the backyard. She wasn't allowed in the house unless I was there. She didn't have keys to get in. She spent Christmas with her sister. When I got back, I met with her. I decided not to be overly confrontational because I didn't want to give her the satisfaction of thinking I cared enough to be mad. She was taken aback about how detached I was. I could tell it bothered her that I didn't show much emotion, not even anger.
Of course, he would be detached. The woman he swore a vow of loyalty to turned around and abandoned her entire family and just expected them to be cool with it. He's had time to process everything and is done with her. There's nothing else that needs to be said here.
I just wanted her to agree to a divorce. I asked why she left without telling anyone. She said she didn't want to wait a year. She didn't want anyone talking her out of it, and she didn't want to work anymore. She just wanted to leave because her mental health got worse. I'm sure it was mostly because she didn't want me to stop her from taking the money. She knew I would take care of everything with the kids and the house when she left. We had decided to go summer of 2024 for a few reasons. Packing everything and getting the house ready to sell was going to be a lot of work. We wanted to make sure our daughter graduated college, got a job, and was settled. We wanted to make sure we had money when we got back. We wouldn't have a house, cars, or job, so we just needed money because it could take months to find work and a place to live. We didn't want to have any worries or deal with a mess back home.
This whole mental health thing is a complete load of crap. She wanted to be free of everything and didn't want to get in any trouble for it. The problem is if you break off everything without any warning, nobody's going to be waiting for her when she decides to show up again. But anyway, guys, we are going to be leaving today's episode there. Don't forget to subscribe on your way out. Click this video that's up on the screen now if you want to see more. Take care of yourselves, and I will see you all in the next one. Peace.